Welcome to Guns, Guns, Gear, and Guns with Gary Gunderson. I am Gary Gunderson. So, a gun control organization in New Mexico has been caught violating state firearm laws that they helped pass. And all they can do is deny it and act like they are not violating the law, which is hilarious. Hey, you know what? To give them credit, their willingness to ignore firearm laws puts others to shame. Let me explain. The organization has a program where they quote-unquote destroy firearms. The problem is that much like many anti-gunners, they don't know anything about firearms or what they are doing. The ATF has very specific requirements on what it takes to legally destroy a firearm, as you can see from this graphic. This includes the method of cutting at angles, and specific areas that need to be cut in order for the firearm receiver or frame to be legally considered no longer a firearm. As you can see from their own post, they do not follow this method of destruction, which means, as ridiculous as it may sound, those are still legally firearms and subject to all firearm laws. No matter what the gun control organization says, they do not just leave metal and wood behind, they leave metal, wood, and legal firearms behind. When they fail to destroy these firearms, one of two things happen. They either give them back to the families with the mistaken belief that they no longer have a firearm in their possession and it's just scrap metal and wood, which means they probably just throw firearms in the trash, or the organization takes possession of these firearms, which would be an illegal transfer of a firearm without a background check. They have said that they don't perform background checks when they take possession of these destroyed arms, and will even hand out gift cards to owners. This is a transfer of ownership of firearms, and a particularly illegal one, which is ironic because one of the things this gun control organization helped pass in New Mexico is universal background checks. So you have an organization that helped pass a law making it illegal to transfer firearms without a background check, and then blatantly violates that law because they do not understand the legal definition of a firearm as defined by the ATF. The New Mexicans to Prevent Gun Violence co-president defended the group's actions, saying, "It would be a different situation if we were going to somebody's house and taking that firearm, not dismantling it, putting it in our car, giving them a gift card, and driving away. That would go against the background check law. The fact that we are dismantling it on site to the point where it can never be used again, we're giving them a gift card for not even close to the value of the gun, is basically a thank you for this metal and scraps." Okay, almost no gun buybacks give the value of the firearm to the owners, unless you're gaming the system, in which case, nice. So that is irrelevant. And it is also irrelevant that even if it's dismantled to the quote-unquote point where it can never be used again, because that is not the law on destroying a firearm. If you didn't have these stupid gun control laws that make no sense, then maybe you would have a point. But you support this nonsense, so I have no sympathy for your violations of the law. According to their website, they have held over 18 buybacks and destroyed over 2,000 firearms. But from all evidence, they have not destroyed any firearms, and they are just out there with unwitting owners. The most recently scheduled buyback event was canceled, and the San Juan County Sheriff himself is not certain how the organization has been getting away with this.
You can't keep getting away with it!
saying there are 4 exemptions where somebody would not have to undergo a background check, and he didn't see where the organization fell into one of these exemptions. But wait, there's more. So as I said, the second option is that the organization takes possession of the firearms. Well, what do they do with the firearms? At least some of these firearms, as defined by law, are brought into a school and given to minors. That's right, they are giving guns that were illegally transferred to minors. They are partnered with a high school in Albuquerque where they repurposed these live firearm receivers and frames into art. Here you can see a xylophone with an AK receiver that is clearly not cut appropriately in the photo. This instrument would need a background check before you could take possession because that AK receiver is legally a firearm. But you may say, well, that's still destroyed even if they made a mistake. It still would take a lot of work to make it functional. Well, they also have a picture of a guitar these students were going to work on, and in the photo you can see several complete revolver frames. Those frames aren't even cut in half, let alone cut properly to be destroyed. The cylinder of a revolver and the barrel is not the firearm. Those are, without question, firearms illegally taken by a gun control organization without a background check, taken onto school grounds and given to minors. And I thought gun rights organizations were ballsy. No doubt, they will face no repercussions for their illegal activities because expecting that would be just silly. Try bringing a firearm onto school grounds and giving it to a minor in New Mexico and see how you fare. It would not end well. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to share this story since I've seen it popping up on my newsfeed lately. Which violation of the law by this gun control group is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you have made it to the end of the video, consider supporting me on Patreon, subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing it with others. There's a link for the Discord in the description, which you should join so we can chat about firearms more, and thanks for watching.